What's up? What's up?
What up, Jovan?
I love having the soundboard now.
Oh God, what's good? What's good?
How much? It's good little Friday. How were the units yesterday?
Units yesterday. Let's just do a quick little recap, shall we? Let's see. All right. So Sophie Cunningham, I don't even want to talk about her. She actually sold the bag so freaking hard, so much pain. Chat. I know you guys. Some of you guys in here were definitely on Sophie over points. That was pain. She got hooked. Finished with 13, had the over 13 and a half, and had so many chances to get it done. And it just didn't fall. Didn't fall for the kids, chat. Cost me a heartbreaker. That's for sure. Chat, I'll be completely honest with you. I lost a absolute heartbreaker this morning in some bullshit esports. And I literally just texted Prize Picks asking if they can remove the category from my fucking account. So, like literally, I'm done with it. I'm done with it. I go and consult with the sharpest of sharps in esports, and they give me a two-legger. I nuke it and it full fades. I mean, I'm done. It's stupid. It's donating. Don't bet on esports. Chat. Friendly advice. Friendly advice. But yesterday's baseball picks. Got to give a shout out to Anibal Sanchez. Somehow only giving up 4 hits. Needed 5. Kyle Wright. Chat. Kyle Wright had 0 strikeouts in 5 innings. And then, worst part, has 4 somehow going into the 7th, doesn't get his 5th, goes under 4.5. That whole game pissed me off. What else? What else? There's one more I want to talk about. Sonny Gray, dude was never back. Absolute turkey tossing. Yeah, Sonny Gray double nuked it. Nestor Cortez, I'm done taking Yankees pitcher strikeouts unless your name's Garrett Cole. Rodon over strikeouts needed 7.5. He got 7. GG's. Framber Valdez needed 7, or needed 6.5. Got 6. Shohei Otani's under fantasy score. I was told that was a really sharp play with the splits going up against Framber Valdez. Yeah, GG. He got 9. Be seeing. Yeah, that's about it. That's about it from yesterday. But I did have some winners. McKenzie over K's, Perez over K's. Shout out Mush. My super goat whale, Juan Soto over fantasy, and Bozo Bichette over fantasy score. This was fucking crazy how this cashed. So Bozo Bichette going into the 9th inning. The Jays are down 1. He has only a walk on the day, and his fantasy score is 7.5. And so he only had 2 in the 9th inning. So I need a double doesn't even cash it, right? Because he would only end with 7, and I would need him to score. So he walks again in the 9th inning, and he's at 4. And so I need a stolen base, or else it's fucking chalked. Sure enough, he steals second, gets thrown out. I'm literally crying. Leafs text me, bro, it's under review. It's under review. I'm like, please, Leafs, tell me it's fucking safe. And sure enough, after like a 5-minute review, they called him safe. Cashed the fantasy score and hit a goat whale there. And I nuked that Red Sox and Rays Nerfy that you told me to nuke, even though I had units on it prior to stream. That was huge. That was huge. Rasmussen looked cracked. But yeah, that was my day. Corbin Burns masterclass late night. That was huge.
That was big. That was big.
But yeah, that was my day yesterday in a nutshell. I'm ready to run it back today, chat. I'm so hungry for a goat whale nuke. I'm so hungry for it. I'm not stopping until I fucking get a goat whale nuke to fall through the basket. I feel like today's the day.
Yeah. Honestly, I think even as far as like prize picks goes, it's a pretty solid day on the board. There's a lot that I can get down with today. I mean, of course, shout out Father Brandon Drury for yesterday. Electric cash. I'm doing again today, just like pretty much every day.
Wait, so what did you have? His fantasy score or RBI?
Fantasy score. And then he ghost runner in the 10th and scored.
Yeah. So, and that cashed it?
That cashed it.
Wow.
Absolutely electric. But I mean, he does this shit every day. Every single game. But today he's going up against a righty and he's super high. which when that happens, last time he did that, it was against the Rays and Rasmussen. The only time he's been at 7 against a righty, he had 4 hits. So taking it again. Plus Palante, who's going up against, is just not good. Not good.
What is his fantasy at?
7.5. Which I mean, 6.5 is a pretty key number for him, but when it's at 7.5, which is higher than he usually is, even against lefties a lot of the time, I'm going to take that.
Interesting.
Plus, I mean, it's a higher total game too, so runs are coming.
Yep.
More RBIs, whatever.
Absolutely.
I'll take that. But we'll get into this. It'll kind of be a little bit like the first time you were on the stream. I wasn't on here, but Krabs was on here. But we're gonna try to avoid the overlap. So just ask you some questions. First, I know we saw the Twitter exchange today. What do you think it is that gets people so pressed about stuff that you do?
Oh, about that fucking dude in the comments that you responded to?
Yeah.
I have honestly genuinely no idea. Maybe because I'm not like a normal capper that posts units or, return on investment week over week, day over day. That's not my job. I'm not in this industry to fucking, have a positive ROI and promise winners and guarantee units, up, whatever. That's not my job. And people, I think, are quick to assume that I am a capper, that I do have VIP of some sort, that like my goal every day is to get clients, coin. And I think that probably steers people in the wrong direction and pisses them off when they really don't know that I'm here to have entertain. Like that's why who I am. It's not because I'm good at fucking sports betting. I would probably be in a lot different position if that were the case. But I think that's just what rubs a few people the wrong way is that they assume I'm some sort of capper and I'm, promising things that aren't happening. I'm not winning people units. I'm not being transparent, whatever it may be. But those dudes are scrubs. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. I mean, he's probably mad. He probably took your VIP premium on yesterday.
For sure.
Probably one of those guys. But I mean, you do a bunch of different shit. That's the fun part. I mean, what's your favorite part about everything that you do?
My favorite part, I'd say, is honestly just getting to interact and engage with sports bettors who just love doing what we do every day. I'm exactly the same person that consumes my content. When I go to sporting events, people take pictures with me, and I kind of it's weird because I don't seem or feel as if I'm like some sort of celebrity or some shit. But like when I go out to a sporting event or like at the All-Star game coming up, it's pretty wild to see the interaction when people come up to me, and it just really shocks me that we have that big of a reach here with Book It and our content. And that it's honestly the best feeling. I love when people come up to me and want to take a pic and ask me about Book It and want to ride a bet together or some shit. So it's awesome. I love interacting with the people, and just that's one thing about me. I'm exactly the same as I am on camera as I am off the camera. So I just love vibing with the people who fuck with our content.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, what do you think is like the coolest moment that you've had? Whether it's somebody coming up to you or getting to meet, somebody famous, and now you met Spieth or whatever. And
yeah.
What do you think is the most fun moment you've had since working around here?
Definitely that Spieth moment was unreal. I was actually so rattled when that happened. I was so confused. I was like, shouldn't the roles be reversed here? Like, what the fuck? It was crazy. And that was definitely the coolest thing. I'm trying to think of what else has happened that's pretty cool. I was on like a train or something or a plane, and like the guy next to me was scrolling through TikTok, and like my video popped up on his feed, and then like he looked over and looked at his phone and like looked over. It was super funny. And yes, I've made a lot of weird friendships on planes and trains and shit because of this, and it's really great. So those are some cool things that have happened. But Spieth is definitely up there as a top.
Yeah, that was crazy. I think you're talking about.
Oh yeah, the fucking Super Bowl. How could I forget about that shit?
Yeah, Super Bowl. That was awesome.
That was the coolest thing I've gone to. One thing I haven't done yet or crossed off my bucket list, is I'm dying to go to the Field of Dreams game. That's like one of the few things I haven't done yet. I've gone to the Super Bowl. I haven't gone to NBA Finals, but definitely want to do that. Definitely want to go to a World Series. But I'm dying to go to fucking, what is it, Iowa? I want to go there so bad.
Dude, that would be absolutely electric. Low key, like, there's a lot of stuff you can go to still. I mean, I think the World Cup is coming here in the next cycle. That's going to be super fun.
World Cup.
My mom's going to work for that, so got you on tickets for that. But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. I think you're going to the All-Star game this weekend too, right? Or this week?
Home Run Derby.
Home Run Derby. Good enough. Good enough. We'll see you there. But
you're coming officially?
Yeah.
To the Derby or to this All-Star game?
Both.
Wow. Yep. Wow. I want to try to get to the All-Star game. As of right now, it's just Home Run Derby for me and Lauren. But we'll let you know if we make it to the game.
Yeah, definitely. I just really want to know because like I've done this. I even like track the stuff for the stream, like as you know, and that gets me burnt out. How the hell do you do this shit for however many hours of the day? Like you run the stream, you run the sweats, you do even spaces sometimes, whatever. How do you do this?
Yeah, definitely. Adderall is a huge part of that. I'm like prescribed. I'm not like taking it sus. I definitely have ADD, but it keeps me going. It keeps me grinding. But I just love what I do. It does wear me out. By the end of the day, my brain is mush. Like literally, it's hard for me to even have a conversation. I don't want to talk to anybody. I'm so tired. And then I try and build back up some steam to get on night sweats later at night. But I just love it. It's fun. It helps when you're making money doing it as well. You know, paying rent and shit. It's awesome. But it's really fun to just sweat it out, get the adrenaline rush going. And it's a great time. I mean, I don't feel like I'm working because I love what I do. And that's always been a goal of mine is to do what I love. And we're doing that. So, I mean, getting the opportunity to do something I've, was probably going to do as a side thing anyways, having a real job, getting to do it for a living is fucking awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I know we've talked about like how the idea of Book It came up, but how did like the logistics of like doing a stream, bringing up people to pitch their bets, or doing a stream where you're, watching your bets and everybody's watching you sweat them out? Where did that all come from?
Yeah. Chat real quick. Give me some updates on Tony Finau and the rest of his back nine. Desperately need him to get some goddamn birdies going. All right. So let's get some updates in chat. What's up?
So do I.
You do?
I have his under strokes.
Oh my God, Jovan, save! Jovan, we might be fucking caked, bro. I'm sweating so hard.
We might be caked. We just
I think I'm chalking it. I think he's cooked. Unless he gets like 3 birdies on the back nine. Yeah, we're chalked.
Yeah, we'll be seeing.
Yeah. Fuck, dude. And it's gonna be the only one who sold too. I nuked a 3-legger. And Zalatoris is looking great. Lowry's looking great. Finau is fucking ooey gooey.
Yeah, I just have a 2-teamer with Finau and Lowry under.
We got a sub bang. Sorry, you said Finau under, Lowry under?
Yeah, I just have that 2-piece.
Oh my God, dude. Finau is going to cost us some coin.
Yes.
All right, well, we'll keep an eye on that. But how did I come up with – sorry, what was the question?
Just like the surgical stream and the sweat streams, like the concept of them all, like where did that come from?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was really – so the start of the World Series last year, that was really kind of the pivotal point in like my growth of content. I started making TikToks around exactly this time last year. Book It with Trent was created like literally 365 days ago or close to it. It was the summer of last year. And then the World Series came around and I started making, really, really good quality TikToks that just like popped the fuck off. And I was really determined to grow that TikTok following and doing so by going live while simultaneously having, a TikTok in the viral loop. Because it would get a bunch of people in the live streams because the video was popping off, right? So I was like living on live streams because my videos were popping off. So I was trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And then I became the fade god, right? Everything started missing, and like that was kind of my claim to fame, I guess. And I kind of got over it. Like I was losing money, one, but two, I was just like everything's so negative. Like I want some fucking positivity. Like I need some winners. Like who has some goddamn winners? And so I was live on stream on TikTok one day and started pulling up people in the queue that were like, okay, this guy's got a goat whale lock. He's like begging me in chat. And so I pull them up in the TikTok and they give me a play. And then it kind of got like structured like an official show that I would do at 11 o'clock on TikTok every day. And it got really big and people were tuning in, like looking forward to it every single day. Nate GBR, I'm missing out on esports. I literally just texted Prize Picks asking him to remove it from my account. Sorry, I didn't say that. And people were just like tuning in every day at 11, and it became like an official thing, and it was getting really big. And TikTok just became a platform that wasn't suitable for what I was trying to do with this stream. And so that's when we moved to Twitch and started, doing the stream there. Had no idea what Twitch really was about. Never really watched Twitch streamers or anything, but like Fruity, was really telling me all about it and how much it's going to impact, the quality of the stream and like our growth. And so I got on Twitch and, haven't looked back since. It's been great.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, I know I started watching it for a while, like literally just like in between classes and shit. I would just turn it on and just tail all the idiots and stuff. So it was awesome. But
yeah,
I mean, like the Fade God stuff when it all started. How did you handle that? Did you like completely buy into it from the start and you're like, let me use this as like a way to launch the following because any good publicity is bad publicity, or did you like struggle with it for a while?
Yeah, no, that's exactly how I looked at it. I mean, that I've had some bad publicity turn into some good publicity before with that fucking Westbrook story. So this isn't the first time, I've kind of accepted getting, chirped publicly, and I'm totally fine with it. I've gone through adversity my whole fucking life. It's nothing new to me. And so I have thick skin, and that's, a really important trait that I think a lot of people lack. Tony Finau's at even. Let's fucking go, Jovan.
Oh,
Let's go, Jovan. Needed that.
Big
that.
bang.
Can I get a fuck Ollie chat? Fuck him. Fade God handling that. Yeah. So I mean, I've got really thick skin, and it never really got to me. There's times where I'm just like it will piss me off a little bit. Someone on Twitter is pissing me off, chirping me, I'll fucking block them. But like, I never really actually cared. I thought I saw, the views and the numbers and the growth as success and not a reason to, see any downside to it. But yeah, I mean, it was annoying at times. I would go to bed pissed off at times because I lost, a super confident goat whale. But at the end of the day, I know that there's a bigger picture at the end of the tunnel, and I'm excited for what's to come. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I know you have. Am I Walmarting?
No.
Oh, okay, cool. Connection saying it's a little shaky, but I know, like, as far as your following goes and everything, the growth of that really came from baseball, right? Came from a lot of the Nerfies getting busted. Am I right?
Yeah, so I was like a Nerfy Jesus, bro. I don't know if you remember, but I had like a 13 Nerfy streak that ended when I went to Hawaii, and that was when I became Fade God. Like I wasn't Fade God this time last year. And this time last year, I went on a family trip to Hawaii with a 13 Nerfy streak, and as soon as I got to Hawaii, that shit was fucking cake. And as soon as I left Hawaii, I couldn't win a single freaking bet. And that's when the World Series then came on. And specifically one video. It was when what's his name? He was on the Braves, now he's on the Marlins. Soler hit the absolute piss out of a ball, dude. I've never seen an absolute nuke job to start out the first at bat of the game, let alone the World Series. It was the first swing of the World Series. I had the Nerfy, and I like super confident in it, made all these videos about it, was super bricked up, waited all week for this Nerfy to start just for it to absolutely get shattered in 30 seconds. It was hilarious. That was like my favorite video I've made was that one, just because there was so much build up leading to it. then right in the moment, Soler just does the thing, and the reaction was just too classic.
That was funny. So I mean, would you say like, I guess not betting wise, or I guess not as far as your growth, but as far as betting wise, like what's the sport that really started it all for you?
The sport, like the not necessarily like Booker with Trent, but just betting in general.
Yeah.
College basketball, honestly. That was when I first really started understanding and realizing what sports betting is and how much more fun it makes watching the game. I was a freshman at TCU, actually, in Moncrief Hall with the chemist, my roommate. The chemist is a massive degenerate gambler. Chat. I owe it to him for getting me into it, and he still is to this day. I talk to him every day about plays that we're riding, but he's the one that got me started on it. And I specifically remember that crazy March Madness when Villanova hit the game winner, right? You remember that?
Yeah.
That was the year I first started sports betting.
Dude, I mean, I feel you. That's kind of not that year, but like freshman year at TCU, college basketball, that's kind of how I started getting going too. So I'm
yeah. And we were like, that was like kind of the start of their rise or like being relevant in college basketball. And so like it was super lit to go to those games and actually sweat that action out live. And we were in Moncrief, which is like literally next, so we're like watching the first half and we're like, shit, this is getting a little sweaty. Let's go to the game. And we'll just walk across the street, go to the game.
Yeah, you can't do that anymore.
Why not?
It's crazy now because the games are super packed.
Oh, yeah. No, you can walk right in. No one fucking cares.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, we could do that like our freshman year too, but not anymore. Like this year, we were going out for like 2 hours in advance to sit in the line that's like lined up on like the football practice facility. God, it was a bitch, but it's cool because it's packed now. It's awesome.
Yeah, I see the videos of those lines. Crazy.
Dude, they're insane. It's absolutely insane. Plus, they like limit the amount of students because there's like a limited student section, which the rest of the arena is not really full, but they have to like push all the students into different areas, which it's cool to have it packed, but it sucks.
Yeah.
What made you go to TCU? What did you
on
that?
Yeah, I have 3 older siblings. I'm the youngest in the family. It's lotion, damn it, chat. Relax. So I'm the youngest in the family, and my 3 oldest siblings went to UT, Texas. The other one went to Oklahoma State, and the other one went to Trinity, played baseball, Division III baseball there in San Antonio. And so I have a bunch of family in Oklahoma. That's where all my family's from. That's why I'm a huge Thunder fan. But I knew I wanted to follow their footsteps and go, that way, but not any of those schools. And so I toured, SMU, TCU, Baylor, Oklahoma State, because I have so many family ties there and I knew I could get in. But I didn't have the best GPA or ACT score. So the options weren't, it's not like I got to pick and choose really. So I really toured all those schools. Loved TCU the minute I stepped on its campus. My mom and dad were like, there's no shot you're getting in. So we had a connection at Baylor and Oklahoma State, and those were really my 2 like realistic options I wanted to go to. But I early decisions at TCU and had no idea I was going to get in, and sure enough, I did, and I was so bricked up. So I was so pumped. Love TCU. Wish I can freaking go back there.
Yeah, I always love asking that because like everybody. Because I'm from Florida, right? So I had always wanted to go to TCU for like a super random story. Like I had been watching, like I've been a big sports fan since I was literally not able to walk. So I was like watching random games, random everything. TCU just became my little football team since I was like 5. So I was watching them for a while, and everybody's like, "Why the hell are you from Florida and you want to go to TCU?" Because especially like since before they got big. So like everybody's like, I don't even know who this school is. But if you want to go there, sure, do it.
For sure.
I just always like asking.
Breed love. I see this right here. I totally agree with you. SMU is literally an extension of Newport Beach. What's good, Joshy? Thank you, sir. I needed a new notebook. I ran out of freaking paper today. So we got one. Oh my God, Josh, you got me 4 of them. Oh, we're fully loaded. We're about to get surgical today. Yeah, no, SMU is literally an extension of where I'm from, Newport Beach, California. A lot of, rich, snobby. Not that that's any bad thing. It's just kind of the vibe. It feels exactly like Newport Beach. And that's why I didn't want to go to SMU, because TCU was your healthy mix of like your Texas feel. You got kids from Texas, you got kids from Chicago, you got kids from all over, but it just felt a lot more like a Texas culture. Whereas SMU, there's literally a beach on campus. They have their own sand with like a wave pool and shit. And it literally just felt like home, and I didn't want that. So that's why I didn't go to SMU.
Well, I gotta ask this as a person from Cali going to TCU, because we have this debate all the time. In-N-Out, what's the opinion?
I don't want to hear anything that's better than In-N-Out, chat. I don't care if it's fucking Whataburger. I don't care if it's goddamn. There's really nothing that compares to it, chat. Like, I don't even want to have this argument. If you say anything's better than In-N-Out, you're just lying to yourself. It's a dumb argument. Don't tell me, Jovan.
It's just mid, bro. Like, it's
good.
Oh
my God,
mid.
Who has a better burger?
Five Guys.
Yeah, you want to pay $48 for a goddamn burger?
Yeah, if I can get some non-cardboard fries, shit.
No, yeah, the fries I'm not gonna sit here and vouch for, but the burger certainly.
Yeah, the burger. I wouldn't say Whataburger's better, but I mean, I think it's a lot closer than people like to make it seem.
Yeah, I mean, the fries at In-N-Out are good, but if you wait even 10 minutes to eat them, like, GG's.
Yeah. I don't know. Everybody talks about it like it's the saving grace of the world here, especially, on campus. Everybody's super, super hype on it. It just confuses me. You know what I've really, I mean, I don't know if you've been too, from being at TCU. I can't eat Mexican food anymore, dude. I can't.
Why?
It's just on every corner.
Oh, yeah, no.
Especially like the first couple years, like Fuzzies. I mean, everything on campus too. It's all Mexican food. I'm tapped out of it.
Yeah. It's so good in Texas, though. It's like anywhere else now I go, it's just like kind of mid.
Yeah, I know. I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's like every weekend you're like, fuck, dude, Fuzzies again.
I know. Plus they got some fire drink specials at like all the new Mexican places around campus. It's deadly.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite overall fast food place?
Probably In-N-Out, bro. Not even kidding.
All right, other than In-N-Out.
Other than In-N-Out, fast food. Fuck, dude. I don't know. Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A for sure. Chick-fil-A for sure.
It's a safe call.
Yeah, such a safe call. Thank you, Beam Season in chat.
Love it. I mean, we can talk about some of that. What's your favorite place that you visited?
Favorite place that I visited? I'm trying to think of where the hell I've even gone. I thought New Orleans was a blast, kind of a interesting place. What else? Where have I been recently? I went to New Orleans. I went to Tampa. I didn't really get to tour or like do much in Tampa besides go to the game. Hawaii, I freaking loved. Hawaii is probably one of my top like happy places. One of my family members has a place there, or my grandparents has a place there, and it's absurd. And it's literally my happy place. I think about it all the time. I love tropical places, so anywhere tropical, but Hawaii is really the only tropical place I've been, or the Dominican. I actually planned an entire senior trip, my senior year of high school, to the Dominican Republic, and it was a fuck ton of work, but I got it done. We had like 80 people going to the Dominican, and I set all that shit up. It was a blast. So yeah, and I actually got to hang out with, it was like our like class, and then like another school, Newport Harbor, right next to us in their class, and then all these Canadian kids, like the Canadian schools were with us, and holy shit, dude, Canadians like are beasts. They party 10 times harder than we do. They're insane. We were like 18. They're all Chief and Cigs. They're all like, just absolutely slugging the bottle and doing the most ridiculous shit. And I'm like, Canadians are a different fucking breed.
Yeah, I mean,
W Canadians though.
Absolutely see that. Shout out Leafs fan.
Shout out Leafs.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as even like sports places go, like stadiums or whatever, what's your favorite of that you visited too?
SoFi looked like a goddamn video game. It was insane. It didn't look real. I have a picture on my phone that actually looks like Madden. It's insane.
Dude, that's awesome. That's
I'm
awesome.
trying to go to Toronto. I want to do the Toronto trifecta, go to a Jays game, Leafs game, Raptors game, and then, maybe some other Canadian hockey teams as well. But I really want to get heavier into hockey and going and being a part of like that culture and vibe. I'm not the biggest soccer guy that shit's always drawn. Don't even care about it really. World Cup, I love. I'm definitely going to be heavily involved in that. But anything else involving soccer, like GG's. Yeah, I mean, the coolest thing SoFi to me was a video game.
Yeah, I can absolutely see that. I definitely
Yeah.
want to make my way out there at some point. Started finally getting like to go to different sporting events now. Like before this year, I'd only gone to like Rays games and a couple other things out of like the state or whatever. But even I guess I've been to a bunch of Lightning games, but going to the Stanley Cup was super cool. That was a first. I did go to the World Series, even though it was COVID World Series in Texas with the Rays and Dodgers, which was electric because I did get to go to that the Brett Phillips walk up game. That was
Wow.
amazing. That
That's
was one of the
super
best things
sick.
I've ever seen. But that was awesome for sure. So is the game day like a big part of sending you to a bunch of these different sporting events, or what is it?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Game day is basically the main reason why I go to these games. Prize Picks has also been sending us as well, but really just getting involved in the action, being at the events, and interacting, with sports bettors, people with action pending at whatever games we're at. That's what it's all about. Just making good content, having a good time, bringing these experiences in person to the event. It's been really really fun. So we're going to the All-Star game, and then we're doing a couple other little nerfy tours, New York and St. Louis, and a couple others. I need to go to a KBO game.
Yeah.
I might just have to do that.
I mean, speaking of the KBO, what do you think is like the most random league that you've just like degenerately bet stuff on that's made you the most coin?
I mean, high lie, dude. I didn't even know what that shit was until a month ago. And then now I'm betting on El Barba. I'm not betting on that religiously. Literally, I'm just looking for El Barba on the board because he's negative fantasy score. But that's pretty degenerate right there. No high lie lines up today yet, chat. But I'll have some PODs for you.
It's disappointing. Disappointing. During COVID, were you into a bunch of the random leagues that were popping up or whatever?
Oh yeah, I mean during COVID was really like as I was building Book It. So it actually was a huge advantage for me because every company, in sports betting was basically like stuck in the mud. And meanwhile, I'm building what I'm building and getting at essentially like, we're running a race and everyone else's feet are stuck in the mud. Whereas I'm, getting past that and moving forward and being able to build something, so that was actually a plus for me because it set a lot of people back. I mean, there's no sports being bet on. A lot of creators have nothing to do, which allowed me to like build my business plan, build a team around me, and get the wheels moving and raise some coin. Certainly during COVID was extremely difficult, but actually, I'd rather be raising coin during COVID than right now during an absolute insane recession. I know people that are startup founders that are having an incredibly tough time right now raising funds because of the recession. So I was able to get a lot done during COVID, but also found myself betting on fucking candy cane eating contests and shit. It's so stupid. Marble racing and fucking esports and the Madden Sims. Yeah, dude. Holy shit. That takes me back to such a weird time period.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's actually kind of interesting that COVID kind of gave you an advantage. But I mean,
Oh yeah.
was there like one specific thing that I guess kind of helped you a lot get to like building your business plan and establishing that? I know like Dave played a big part in that, but is there like a couple things that happened, whether it was in college or somewhere after, like that really helped you get to where you are now?
I mean, definitely the support system I had around me. Little backstory. I came up with this idea, got some validation from my professors and friends, asked them, should I pursue this? And they were like, absolutely. Because sports betting just became legal in 2018 around or 2019 around that time. And so I started a Kickstarter campaign because I didn't know how to raise money, had to start somewhere. So I spent 2 months making this Kickstarter campaign, making it perfect. Launched it with a goal of $20,000, and if I don't raise 20K, I get zero, and I have to do it in 31 days. And so I'm grinding for 2 months or for 31 days, grinding, raising funds, literally doing everything I could. I'm literally walking around campus, putting up flyers. I'm talking to, alumni of TCU. I'm talking to friends and family. I'm talking to literally anyone on LinkedIn, on Instagram, just doing everything I could to get to that 20K mark. And I fucking got there with a day to spare. And then I wake up the next morning, go to a pitch competition I'm getting ready for. It's called the Sports Tech World Series, and it was in Frisco, Texas. And I was nominated to be one of 5 startups to pitch at this event in front of like Marquise Colston and it's like 2 other random athletes I forget and a big investor. And 5 minutes before I'm getting on this stage, I get an email and find out that fucking Kickstarter suspended my campaign and gave everybody their money back because they don't support gambling, even though they approved it. They pre-approved it and they approved it again, like during the campaign, just to cancel it as I raised the funds. So I'm sitting there right before this huge pitch I'm about to do, absolutely fucking heartbroken because I just lost basically $20,000 that was going to get me off the ground. And I felt hopeless. And so I called my parents, talked to my parents were there, and we talked. And they were just like, keep going. You got this. Like, you can't give up now. So I was literally doing everything I could. Finally, I had this neighbor of mine that's like really wealthy, and we've been neighbors for my whole life. And I kind of just told her my situation, and she believed in me and gave me my first investment basically to get me off the ground of 50K, which was massive. And, that's the type of thing those people that act as a support system have definitely been a huge factor as to why I've been able to get this far.
No, dude, that's awesome. That's actually kind of crazy. I mean, what were you like?
Dude, I have so many insane stories. You have no idea.
I'm sure. I mean, like in the moment of like the pitch, like that competition, what'd you do? You still go through with it?
Beyond rattled, bro. Like I was like holding back tears. Like I couldn't even think what 10 minutes from now looks like, let alone my future. Thought everything was GG's. But I just had to shake it off. I had no choice. Just like I'm doing right now, losing a fucking mega goat whale last night on esports. I'm trying not to think about it. That's literally what I had to do. Just shake it off, pretend nothing happened, and move on and get something going, that's going to take you forward. That's literally what I had to do. I just had to fucking block it out. There's nothing I could do. There's literally, I kept telling myself, like, what are you going to do? What is crying going to do right now? Look like a bozo before you're about to get on stage? Like, no.
Yeah. Shout out to neighbor, big dubs for the
neighbor, big dubs. Like she didn't even really know anything about sports betting. She just believed in me, and she's watched me grow up since I was literally in diapers. And she knows I'm a hard worker, and she believed in me and took a chance. And fucking, I will be forever grateful for that.
Yeah, that's awesome. So when did right out of college? Is that when you officially started getting everything going and like established, or when did that happen?
It was actually during college. I basically chalked my senior year, like going out to bars, doing fun shit. I didn't do any of it. I was in my dorm room for hours and hours and hours every night, or not my dorm room, my house, just working, grinding. And then I met Dave, and then we started like double grinding. And then I met Nick at a pitch competition, and that was when it all started. And then we moved to Reno, Nevada as soon as I graduated. And that's where we really came together. We lived together, and that's where it all started. Really, was in Reno, Nevada. But yeah.
So I mean, like, what do you think is part of like your future plans for Book It, or like where do you see the sports gambling industry as a whole? Like what direction do you see it going, and where do you think you're going to go along with that?
Yeah, I think enhancing our streams and building and extending our content creator network with more people like yourself. Diversifying the creators within like different sports, just really enhancing all ways to connect and bring the community together. We're currently working on like an entirely new Discord channel that has so much dope shit. For those who don't know, this started out as a mobile app. Book It was a mobile app. I wasn't even Book It with Trent. That was not part of the plan, and sometimes you make pivots. And we made this. My vision was always to build a product that brings sports bettors together and simplifies how they, go throughout their day with their sports betting shit, whether it's consuming content, tracking their plays. Basically, like Action Network, we're a social platform, or Instagram for sports betting, right? And I definitely went through some adversity, with our developers raising funds, and it was a lot, and it obviously didn't pan out the way that I had always dreamed of. But that was when we took a pivot. I became Book It with Trent. We turned this not into a product or a technology company, but rather a content company and a media brand, which I think was the absolute right move. We have such great social media platforms that connect, everybody today. So like, why add another one into the mix? It just kind of seemed a little not it. So that's when we decided to not have the app, pull the plug on the app, and really invest, our investors coin into really just enhancing and building a brand and a company that people are going to resonate with, similar to Barstool, but just something different, because there's not
Yeah.
really many creators in this space or brands that people can fuck with that aren't named Barstool. So, I wanted to just bring a different vibe to the table that wasn't so much just shoving Barstool down everyone's throats every day. Nothing against Barstool. What they've done is obviously inspiring and is why I'm doing what I'm doing today. And I look up to Portnoy. But Portnoy's getting a little old and he might need a little replacement. So, I mean, I kind of see myself one day kind of filling that void or filling that, spot as like kind of someone that everyone looks to for entertainment, but also all things sports betting. Like, that's the thing about me is like when you like think about Trent Attia, like that's a sports better because I can't have a fucking conversation with someone literally that's not about gambling. I mean, I can, but like, it's all I talk about. It's all I do, and I fucking love it. But like, I'm a sports better, and I think a lot of these creators lack an identity,
Yeah.
But for me, it's like, who I am, and I'm betting on sports, and I probably have action pending as we speak. That's me every day.
Yeah, I mean that's what's I think as a company and as a brand, like for someone who saw it kind of grow, I won't say from the ground, but I mean I saw it when it first started blowing up. Do we get a bang?
We got Tony Finau -1, Jovan. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm bricked up. All right. Sorry.
Big break. Big break. No, you're good. I was just saying, like, from somebody who saw it kind of from the outside looking in, the accessibility was like what really stood out to me. It's like I myself, before like I started coming on here regularly, I would like come on with like college basketball, go to a stream. It's like from somebody who's just getting into betting, it makes like a lot of people feel included, which I think is the key thing. Because when you think about Barstool or somebody else, like shout out to them, great company, but it feels so corporate. Like I know it's a joke to say that, but they're super corporate, super exclusive, and this is not. This is like truly a focus on building the community around sports betting, which I think is such the unique thing,
No,
So
and that's what I want. I want to continue dominating is that non-corporate feel. I know Chad's jokes. We always joke about being corporate and shit, but uh regardless of how huge we grow or how many followers I may have, like I'm still gonna bring up, Twitter accounts that might have 2 followers on there, like give them a shot. That's what makes this community such a dub um, regardless of who you are, we're talking sports betting, right? And you should be a part of that conversation.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, before we dive into the slate for a couple minutes here at the end, what are the plans for Book It as far as like I know college basketball season, college football, NFL is all coming up. What's coming up for the boys here?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first, a huge priority for us is getting some creators like Shelly and Lauren, out to Vegas and really enhancing the studios of our shows, enhancing our content. Like I said, or growing our creator network even more, and just really enhancing the community. Like I said, that Discord channel is going to be a big priority for us once football season comes. That's going to be really exciting. And of course, just getting to these events, I kind of want to be what McAfee is, like McAfee has this absurd show with insane numbers. And he's hosting shows from all these different venues, whether it's in the parking lot of the Super Bowl or, wherever it may be. That's kind of what the vision looks like for Book It. And of course, we've got some partnerships right now, that are half year long, whatever. But really establishing and locking in a partnership with like a partner that, it believes in us and we believe in them, and it just fits well. And really just going balls to the wall with that and really being a solid partner. I mean, that's what this community is. We have so many sports bettors, right? And I want to be able to use my influence to be able to provide, beneficial things for our community, through a partnership that's going to benefit us all, not just the company. So that's what's in the plans for, in the future, and really excited for what's to come. I want to get a new studio. We're working on that right now. But really just like a full-on production rather than me just sitting in a bedroom in my own house currently at the moment,
Yeah, I love it. I'm super, super excited to see how everything plays out. But let's get to this MLB slate for a couple minutes here before we wrap it up. Do we have a model today?
I have not done a model yet this morning, sadly, but you know why, chat? Honestly, it wasn't because I was lazy or I was too busy. It was really because I'm about to jump ship on betting sides and totals. I'm one more day away. Today's kind of my final straw with going to the Red Rock and putting in fucking sides and totals because it's ooey gooey, chat. I mean, you can't tell me you don't agree with that. You can't. It's always something every night. Like the POD goddamn. Do we have it? Do I have it in here? Oh, I don't have the goddamn trophy. The POD goddamn Royals, the AAA team lineup showed up last night, and they still beat the fucking Blue Jays. You can't make it up. Like
shout out our chat for that. They're chirping me and Krabs quite a bit for taking the Royals.
Oh yeah, wow, we got some sub bangs, official car guy, brother. Let's go. And Breedlove's always in the goddamn corner. And Get Busy Dizzy, that dude's an OG. Much love, fellas.
No, but I mean, talking about sides and totals, like I'm glad you and a couple people see why I do things like I do it. I try to be extremely selective, not just because like I research props and I do all that a lot more than sides because they don't necessarily go one or the other. But I try to be super, super selective. That's why like I will never hesitate to pass on a game or pass on really anything in baseball because so many different spots you can go to as far as props or anything. Like you can always find value. That's why I think a lot of people, even like some of my boys when we're chirping, they're like, you take like everything on the board. And I'm just like, you can give them a bang.
Hey, Shmoney Vance, bro. I didn't see your sub bangs. I'm sorry. Give me a bang. Sorry, continue.
No, I'm just saying. I like taking a lot of props. I like betting a lot of things. I think especially with like hitter props like I do, got to be a little bit of a volume shooter. That's kind of how it goes because anything can happen on any given day.
So it's so much more fun, dude. It's way more fun.
It is.
Like I will happily lose. I'll happily lose on some bozo, walking in his last at bat when you need one more base. I'd rather lose that way than have some bozo come out of the bullpen and like Kenley Jansen last night. I'm sure so many people had Braves run line. That dude is a certified GOAT at blowing the run line. It's crazy. It's like automatic when he comes in.
Yeah, I mean, like you look at obviously not everybody's like offered on like a prize picks, but there's 9 guys in a lineup of 30 teams. Like if you can't find value somewhere, like throughout the whole slate of hitters or pitchers or whatever, there's a problem because there's some everywhere. If you can find it, great. There's edges to find, so that's why
I
I
just
kind of
have
do things
I
I
have
do.
so many better like gut calls. Like yesterday, I didn't post this one. I'm pissed I didn't because I took it the night before when I was a little stoned. Not gonna lie, and I kind of forgot I took it, so I didn't post it because I didn't even remember taking it. But it was a gut call. It was LeMahieu hits and walks, which we know I've been talking about all fucking week. He's the only dude in that lineup that consistently does his job. He's gonna find a way to get on. It's crazy. It's even up there again today, chat, and I already took it. But it was LeMahieu and it was Freddie Freeman because Freddie Freeman's been hitting the shit out of the ball. And I was like, these two guys are red hot. They're both finding ways to get on base. Like, I'm gonna put that in a 2-legger because I'm super confident in it. And that shit smacks. But when I take Braves over 9.5, right, and they score 3 in the first inning, and I'm bricked up, and none until the 6th inning, it's like, what the fuck happened? And then they leave 28 dudes on base, and they get 1 run in the 9th and blue ball you. It's so annoying, dude. It's so annoying.
Yeah, man, I'm 100% with you. We got a couple minutes here. I know you probably may not have a POD yet, but is there anything on the board that's standing out to you so far?
Yeah. I mean, chat, you already know it's fucking Sandy Day. And I'm bricked up, chat. Yes, I have already deployed. Yeah, is it square? Of course it is. Sure. But it's Sandy Alcantara, and if you're not gonna bet on him, don't fade him because it pisses me off when people try to be on the right side of a streak on it ending like the goddamn Rangers, for Christ's sakes, chat. How many times did I hear the Rangers yesterday? And I knew that shit was ooey gooey the whole time. And then they were up 5-0. I'm like, oh wow, okay, maybe the squadron is gonna see one go through the hoop. Just when you thought, huh, chat? No. That's why I'm so over fucking sides and totals. Just shit like that. Can't make it up. But I've already locked in a gut feeling entry. On prize picks. As far as sides and totals, POD, no, I don't got shit for you. Sorry. But this is an entry that I placed last night, gut feeling, and I didn't want the lines to move before I placed it. And they probably haven't even moved yet. Honestly, I hate when that happens. I think lines are going to move and they don't end up moving. But I took Sandy fantasy score. I took Patrick Sandoval over K's. He's on the Angels. He's pitching against the Dodgers tonight. That's just a model play. Dodgers strike out so freaking much. I took Kershaw over strikeouts, model play as well. Angels literally strike out more than anybody. And Brandon Woodruff over 6.5 strikeouts because the Giants strike out an absurd amount. And Woodruff has good stuff. So that's a 4-legger, just confident plays. If it doesn't hit, sure. But that's what I was feeling last night. So
yeah, I love that Woodruff case. I'm on that too. I do a lot of strikeout props, but I never pitch them because like the only time I think you get good value is if you take it right when the board drops because they always move every single one.
You have to.
Yeah, and I mean it's hard to pitch it. It's hard to pitch it other than saying this guy strikes out a lot of people, this team strikes out a lot. So I just take them in silence. I would be cautious on Sandy though. I know you've already placed it, so it is what it is at this point.
Oh, no, absolutely be cautious. I'm not saying it's a goddamn lock by any means. It's
I know.
just
I'm just saying, like, don't be shocked if he gets pulled early because he's starting the All-Star game.
Whoa, Jovan, that's new information.
You're most likely starting the All-Star game, but
okay,
I wouldn't be shocked if he gets pulled through like 6.
When is the All-Star game? Is it Tuesday?
Tuesday. So that's short rest.
Oh, fuck us, chat. Yeah. I mean, under 6.5 Ks, I might sneak whale that.
I mean, honestly, that's never a bad look anyway. He doesn't really.
No, it always is a great one.
He's
he does not.
Doing what he does. But just going through a couple of the things. I won't do like my full breakdown on some of these because we only have a couple minutes. But I always say the 1.5 total base guys that are listed that are never like they're not the biggest names. They're not Goldies. They're not Machados. They're not Vladdies. Whatever. those hit more often than not. Shout out Jake's picks. We talk about that all the time. But
yeah,
I mean, there's guys up today, especially like the Astros against Cole Irvin today. There's interesting names. Mauricio Dubon is up there for 1.5 total bases. He's likely leading off with the guys that are out in that lineup, aka Altuve, Jordan. I don't know if Payne is still playing, but if he's out too, him and Yuli Gurriel are both up, which are very interesting. Never listed. Good looks against Cole Irvin. Somebody in the comments. Oh, that's Jake. Yeah, Connor Joe. Connor Joe always hits when he's up for 1.5 total bases. Him too. Him, Crone, Blackman on the Rockies. All good looks. Xander Bogaerts, another pretty good look today. Like his matchup against Jordan Montgomery. Obviously, I'm on Father Drury, Brandon Drury every single day. And it's actually a decent matchup today in a game there's going to be a good amount of runs, like I talked about. The run and RBIs are kind of interesting today. I think Ryan Mountcastle against the Rays. I hate taking runs and RBI and kind of lower total games, but I might be on that one just because he kills the Rays, swinging a good bat. He's going against a bullpen game. For those who don't know, everybody's thinking about backing Luis Patino for the Rays today. He's going a maximum of 2 innings, so don't bank on him. So that's an interesting one for sure. Tommy Pham is also an interesting one, being that I like Drury. He'll be hitting behind him most likely, and his fantasy score shockingly opened at 4.5 against Palante. Went up to 5.5, but he has a run RBI, which is super, super weird. So I'll be keeping my eye on that one for sure. So yeah, I'd say that's a majority of it. I'll probably
real quick. I do not want to miss someone. Connor Joe, Blackman, Drury, Xander, Pham.
I'll be in between now and like when I come on stream, I'll have like a set couple with a full like breakdown and everything. But this is, again, they put it up pretty late today, so this is me kind of going through the board kind of as we speak. So I'll be looking at that. I would say for the 90,000 people that are going to want to take Shohei Ohtani runs an RBI just because it's up, let's not do that against Kershaw.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Corey Seager against Robbie Ray. He has a runs an RBI, which may or may not be bait with how well he's been hitting the ball, but Robbie Ray is also back. So it's a little weird, but that's just me going through the slate. There's a lot of things. I'll come on the stream with some, certified plays, certified couple, certified favorite. I'll finalize that. But Trent, appreciate you coming on and filling in for Krabs today. It's a good time, good show. Always good kind of picking your brain about how, everything started, how everything's going. But yeah, awesome. Appreciate it.
Real quick before I let you go, we need Finau to have what? Minus what?
I don't know.
No, his strokes are 71.
71, right?
2 under to hit.
2 under.
1 under would push, so we'll happily take a push.
Okay, yeah.
You need -2 to cash.
Yeah, keeping a close eye on that one.
Please, yes, absolutely. And Zalatoris is looking handsome, and Lowry's looking all right as well.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, so we'll hand it off to your stream. But again, appreciate you having being on our show for a change, and we'll leave it going.
W stream, Jovan. Keep doing you. We'll be seized, brother.
We will.
Peace out.
Peace.